Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just saw that video of Lil Nas X walking down the center of an old town country road with some tighty whities and his boots on the ground. Boots on the ground, which is quite impressive. I always imagined that Lil Nas X would have a hard time keeping up with his boots. You know, you don't keep your boots together, you can't find them. Boots always spread out around the house. But either way, right after that, I see another video of a man who's from his camp, and he is talking real sanctified. And then he asked us to pray for Lil Nas X. That's a request y'all should have been asking for a few years back, going at least back to the night before he did the video where he gave the devil a lap dance down at the strip club Magic City. And that made me think about the phrase sex, drugs, and rock and roll, which basically was a pass for them to do whatever they wanted to do. And if you think the rappers are bad, y'all should know that the rock stars from the 60s and 70s wrote the script. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It goes with rock and roll. It's hand in hand. I'm wondering, can you break it up, or is it a bundle? Do you have to have the sex and the drugs if you want the rock and roll? I always ask that question about raping, pillaging, plundering. I imagine there was at least one cool Viking who was like, "Hey Sarge, is it cool if I just pillage and plunder today?" And they'd be like, "No, get your rape stuff together. If you're gonna pillage and plunder, you got to rape. It's a rape, pillage, and plunder bundle." So if that's the case with sex, drugs, and rock and roll, see Lil Nas X, we know he's had the sex. It's just now being confirmed that he's had the drugs. But the fact of the matter is, Lil Nas X, I don't think you're keeping up your end of the bargain with the rock and roll. You ain't put no music out in long enough to keep getting a pass with the antics. And I'm positive that contract you signed with them folk is still in full effect. So Lil Nas X, if you have to have you some sex and have you some drugs, whatever you gotta do, you better get in that booth. And I mean, you better get to rock and roll it.